Nicole with Tabletop Vibes, and I am so beyond excited that I get to talk to you today about Formaggio, a game that I have eagerly anticipated ever since I saw it hop on Kickstarter. I have been looking for Fromage for weeks, couldn't find it, sold out everywhere. And when I saw Allplay had posted that they were backing and helping to distribute this game by R2I Games, I had to get on board, and I did. I backed it and we went full cheese, baby. We went Formaggio and Fromage, and I am so glad I did. I've had a lot of people ask me, Formaggio, isn't it like exactly the same thing as Fromage? And my answer to you is no. And here's why. We have added so many different things to this game that it is fresh and new. And the really cool part about it is that both of these games are interchangeable. You want to play just the standalone Formaggio, you can. If you want to play just Fromage, you can do that too. You can mix them up. So you want to play in just Italy or just France, or you want to have a mixture of Italy and France going on. You can do that, and it's interchangeable, and it's so much fun to be able to do something like that, and it keeps the game fresh and replayable. What really drew me to this game, first of all, I love charcuterie and cheese, so you had me there. But the Lazy Susan, what a fun mechanic. Like 4 quadrants that are just moving. Everyone's playing simultaneously. It's worker placement. It's earning prestige points and victory points. It is just really a fun time. It keeps you on your toes. You have to be a little bit strategic. How do you want to play your cheese? Resource gathering, all those different things that really draw me to games. This has it. And I'm really excited to show you what's going on with this game. Let's talk about player count. This plays 1 to 4 players, about 14 plus in terms of age. And if you sat down with a full table of 4, it would take about 40 minutes. Remember, you're playing this game simultaneously, so the game does move rather quickly. In terms of that age range, I think a younger player could potentially play this game. And here's why I say that. Is my 8-year-old played with me, and while he was like, oh my, this is a lot, he picked it up really quickly. Each quadrant for the first 4, I helped him and I showed him how exactly it worked, and he got it. He ended up finishing the game 3 behind me, which was pretty great. So if you have those younger kids and you have a family and this cheese game is speaking to you, I think it's something that your kids could probably figure out if you kind of walk them through it. Like I said, I've had people reach out to me and say, what's the difference between Formaggio and Fromage? And is there really a reason for me to get Formaggio? And my answer is yes. There are a couple of different things that they've added. Besides for the fact that there's 4 new quadrant boards, the ability to make wine, also play gondolas, kind of adds this like fun little extra element because you're gaining something, but you're also placing something extra and you're earning points to be strategic about it. So let's talk about what's actually different in this game. I've already mentioned that there are wine tiles and there are gondolas that you're going to place, but what else is different in the box? Let me tell you. There are 45 new structure tiles that are going to allow you to place structures on them and earn whatever those tiles say. It could be if you're playing a cheese in winter, you get to earn a resource of a certain type. The game, unlike Fromage, actually allows you to gain more resources easily. It's a little bit more strategic. You don't have to necessarily just place your worker in the resource section of the quadrants. If you get a certain structure card or a wine tile, for instance, that has a resource on it, you're able to gain more quickly than if you were to have to place a worker out for that, which is really cool because I think they solved the difficulty in grabbing in Fromage, and so Formaggio makes the resource gathering a little bit easier. There are 4 brand new quadrants, and we're going to talk about them right now. The first is Venezia. Venezia, it takes place on the canals of Venice, and you are sending your workers out to restaurants, and you are helping those restaurants gain customers by the gondolas. So when you place a cheese out, you're going to also place out a gondola, and the more adjacent gondolas you have to a cheese attributes to how many points those gondolas are worth. So if you have a gondola placed and 2 cheeses are next to it, then that gondola is worth 2. If there's a third cheese beside that one gondola, it would be worth 3. And so you're going to go through each gondola that you laid, and you're going to tally up how many points each one is worth, how many cheeses are they adjacent to, and that is their total. And you could score pretty big here if you can lay them out strategically enough. Another place where you can earn really, really, really big is called Regioni. Could be Regioni, but it could be Regioni. I don't know. But either way, this one is a hold on different countries. There is a board in Fromage that's kind of similar to this, but what you're doing here in Formaggio is you are placing a hold in each country if you can. Say you have a cheese placed in 3 different countries, then you're going to do 3 multiplied by how many flags you have on your cheese plate, right? So if there's 2 Italian flags or 1 Italian flag, then you would have 3 times the 3 countries that you are in, right? So you would do 3 times 3, which would be 9. So you could score really big. I did play a game where I had 8 flags and I was in 3 countries, and so I gained 24 points right off the bat. Let's pair cheese and wine in this next quadrant called Vigneto. And in this quadrant, you are going to place your cheese and take the tile that is associated with the space that you just laid your cheese. You are going to try to be strategic in the tiles you earn so that you can create wine bottles. The more wine bottles you have, the better your points at the end. And just like in every quadrant, there is usually a ribbon key metric that you can say if you have 5 wine bottles at the end of the game, you earn 10 prestige points, right? So you want to be strategic. The difficulty here is that once you lay, they cannot be reassorted, right? So if I have 2 tiles next to each other, if I lay a third, I can either go to the far right or to the far left. I cannot split my tiles and put it in the center. So you're kind of locked in what you do. So make sure that when you're pulling those tiles that you are very strategic in how you do it. And the last quadrant is called Banca. And Banca is literally about a real life bank that takes cheese wedges as collateral for loans. And so you actually store cheese at this bank, and you are in the game trying to have an assortment of cheeses in rows, in columns, and based on how you have your cheeses placed, you earn more points. So you have to have 2 or more in this row. Now, the one thing that I haven't talked to you about is that there is a 4th type of cheese laying. So you have your soft, your hard, and your blue cheese, but there is a new category called platinum. And here's how platinum works. 4 quadrant rotations. That means when you place that cheese in front of you in a platinum space, that is going to go all the way around the board and make its way back to you before you can even collect it. And while that is a heavy, heavy cost for your cheese, here's why this is good. For example, in Banca, there is a platinum space at the very top of the columns. That cheese is not worth 1 cheese if you can get that space. It's worth 3 cheeses. So you don't have to necessarily worry about getting a 2nd or 3rd cheese in that row. If you can conquer that platinum space, then you've already maximized your turn. You've turned that 1 turn into 3. And that is beautiful. So while platinum cheeses do have a cost, they are very helpful when it comes to your game end bonuses. So that would really truly help that prestige ribbon earning at the end of the game. The main board is very similar to Fromage. You have your structures, your livestock, fruit, and your cards to earn those points at the end of the game. The 45 new structure tiles really help to either earn more points or even earn resources within the game, right? So as I had mentioned, that you don't have to necessarily always use the resource section of the quadrant, but you can use your wine tiles or your structure tiles to help earn more of those points, which is really nice. The little details, I appreciate those, right? I'm a details kind of person. So in Formaggio, so that you don't feel like you're playing the same game, the structures, the animals, and the fruit are all different. So there are grapes and peaches in this version. There's 3 different varying heights in the structures, and there are a lot of animals and livestock within this game too. There are tons of resources, and your little heart is going to be super happy when you finally get your hands on this game. I love it. It lived up to every expectation that I had in my mind. It is a great game. It's a great family game. And I really do think that you could teach anybody how to play this game. So I hope this video was helpful to you, that it got you excited about Formaggio and even Fromage. Make sure you get these games and you play them. They are so great. If you don't have a chance to do this, hit up boardgamearena.com and try Fromage. That's where I got to try it first and fell in love with it. So I am Nicole. Remember to play comfy, stay cozy, and find your joy. You can find me at @cozygamer on socials, and I hope you come find me, follow me. So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day.